Hi. Hello, preteen families. My name is Tina. I teach the preteen class at Common Ground Meditation Center, and I've been making these videos since the pandemic began as a way to connect and provide meditation for preteen families. Today is not a meditation. Today is an activity for you to design your own cues for mindfulness. But let's start with grounding ourselves. So bring your attention to wherever you are. So if you're sitting, standing, lying down, whatever you're doing, make the object of your attention be where you're making contact with whatever is your foundation. So whatever is holding you to this earth, whether it's the chair, making contact with your seat, or a cushion, if you have a meditation cushion that you use, or anything at all. And this practice of bringing your attention to your foundation is a mindfulness practice. So coming to the present moment and finding some concrete detail in the present moment is a practice of mindfulness. And I want to start this activity with the story of Buddha and the Kalamas. I think I'm saying that name right. I might not be. They were a people that many teachers went to visit during the Buddha's time. And when the Buddha came, the Kalamas said to the Buddha, all these teachers come, they're always telling us different things, and we don't know who to listen to. Will you tell us who to listen to? And the Buddha said, don't take my word for it or any other teacher's word for it. See for yourself what works. And so I would like to use that story as inspiration for this activity today of choosing your own cues. So a mindfulness habit can begin by setting the bar low, like choosing to just take 2 seconds to pay attention to the present moment, to focusing on your foundation, focusing on your breath. Those are two concrete places you could bring your attention. And I have my own story of this practice of setting my own cue. Is I decided I was going to bring mindfulness to whenever I had an accident. If I ever tripped, fell, dropped something, broke something, I would bring my attention to where were my thoughts when that thing happened. So that was my habit that I was creating. I was creating a habit of noticing my thoughts, noticing what had been in my mind the moment before. So if I missed a step, instead of getting angry at myself and doing some harm, because every time you're angry or stressed out, you release cortisol, which is a stress hormone, which is bad, has been found to be bad for the body. I could practice some loving kindness and just think, well, what was I doing? I could use a kind voice and say, Tina, what were you thinking of when you tripped and fell? And sometimes I was so lost in thought I didn't actually know what I was thinking of. And sometimes it was very easy to be like, oh, I was angry at this. And then I could be, oh, honey, we can let that go. And it was a moment that I introduced something and could do something different. And now I still do that practice. I don't find that it comes up that often that I make mistakes, or because I'm more mindful in my everyday activities. So that's my own story. And you can choose your own mindfulness practice. Mindfulness practice can take many forms, but I encourage you to use self-compassion in your practice. So the practice of bringing in care, non-judgment, and acceptance that accidents happen to all people. In my case, if you're using something like that, but that these misfortunes, you can use whatever you want, but change a habit around these misfortunes happen to all people. I am just like everybody else who has accidents, makes mistakes, or however you want to bring in your practice, whatever your cue you choose is. Because when you do kindness towards yourself, you release a little bit of a hormone, the love hormone, which is, oh my gosh, I can't think at the moment. Sometimes I do that. Oxytocin, thank you. And that's the goal. The goal is to find that hormone that brings in good health and good feelings. And so we can use this like a game we play with ourselves. How can I be kinder to myself in this next moment so that my body is taking care of me and all the things that are going on here? So make this your own experiment. How can you produce oxytocin over cortisol? This is a compassionate approach. It's not always easy. Compassion, people think is just being nice, and it actually is much tougher than that, because we have to work against some of our tendencies, some of the cultural, societal tendencies of thinking that willpower is going to change things. The efforts that we're going to take with this practice are compassionate efforts to be a good friend to yourself. So with that, please let me know how it goes. Thank you. Oh, I'm awesome. You're awesome. We're awesome.